Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Astroneer Glitchwalkers, where we are going to take a bit of a train ride today here at the intro of the video. We're going to jump that up into the top left-hand corner, though, because I want to go over some things I've done since we were together last time. So, it seemed like a good time to spend some of the research bytes that I have and get a large rover, kit it out. I already had the drill made for the medium rover. The paver came as a reward for a mission, and then I just spent the bytes to unlock the RTG and the canisters and all of that good stuff, and I had the resources to build it. However, I knew that I was going to want more stuff. Hydrazine, jetpack maybe later, possibly. And some things that were going to require titanium, like some silos and a few other things. Plus, I wanted to be able to go collect resources and be in a good place to be able to build out the train network that you currently see me riding on. This train leads down into the first cavern up to a big purple pillar, and that's where we will pick up in just a little bit to start our descent down into the next cavern layer using trains. I don't know. I'm not convinced that this is really the best way to make progress through here, simply because this train ride's like over 3.5 minutes long, and I think I can get down there with a rover with a drill and paver quicker. That was one of the other things I wanted titanium for, was to get a drill strength 3 for my rover, which I do eventually make. But I also expanded out the base quite a bit and was able to get everything organized, getting a bunch of canisters made for the small collection of resources that I've begun gathering unintentionally. I mean, intentionally, but resource gathering and hoarding isn't my goal here. There was a lot of smelting to do since I needed some plastic and some glass and aluminum and all that. And I needed the aluminum and the resin for what we're going to be doing today for rails, because I'm going to bring them with me. You can see them there on the train. I'm bringing them with me just so that I have the ability to make more rail posts if necessary. But I got the train all assembled, got everything on it, and then I went through the process, the long process of setting up all the rail posts. And I did run out. I did have to call the train to my location at one point and make more rail posts while I was traveling, which, you know, is always fun to do. But hey, at least I have the resources, and I've got plenty in the canisters that are on the back of the train, so it won't be an issue. But yeah, I just made my way from the base all the way down to where we are now, one rail post at a time, and I'm just not convinced that this is the way to do it. And we'll talk more about that possibly later. But we're arriving here at the end of our destination, so let's hop out and continue moving forward. So yeah, I'm just not sold on it. It seems the amount of time it takes to lay down the rails, which, by the way, I need to do a thing here. I can't say. By the time I've like laid down rails and then traveled via the train, I really feel like I could have just already been at my destination with the rover and been ready to drive back out. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, and I don't. You know, I've not been one to use trains except for some automation stuff. Am I going down or sideways? So, you know, I don't have a whole lot of experience with like all the best ways to take advantage of trains and rails and all that good stuff. So, you know, if I've done something, you know, or missed something obvious, please let me know in the comments. I'm always down to learn new things. But we're just going to continue our way down into this next cavern, dropping rails. Kind of difficult to see where I'm going, but we'll get there, I'm sure. I do like the fact that the rails kind of self-tunnel. It's a nice feature. But we just have to get down into that cave. I do have a drill mod 3 now on my terrain tools, so that helps. I can just go right through all of the hardest terrain without any issue whatsoever. There we go. I also think that, you know, the time you have to spend collecting the resources to make all the rails has to be factored in, and the time you spend placing the rails has to be factored in. You know, I just think there's a lot of things that go into the rails, at least here in Glitchwalkers, that maybe makes it not the most efficient way. But I've seen a lot of people in comments saying, oh, I just put rails and went all the way to the core in rails, which that's cool. How do you do that? Because there aren't purple pillars on this level, are there? I don't think so. I could be wrong about that. I even tried speeding things up by putting a second locomotive, even though I knew that wouldn't really work. I tried anyway, so I'm going to have problems here if I don't put this back in. I'm going to have resources flying everywhere. I want to get back to my rail post bundles. There they are. And we'll make just a couple more of them here. But yeah, brought the small printer with me just so I could do this. Don't you fall away. And grab that one. Cool. And then we can put that away, and then I don't have empty storage, so I'm going to have to do this manually. There we go. Cool. So I just saw there's one over there. I'm sure there's more than one. I'm looking to see if there's like one closer to the bottom of this. Ooh, don't fall off the pillar. That would be bad. We'd be down here without oxygen. Though we'd respawn. Somewhat close. You know what? I can see one. That's good enough. Rails. I've gotten lost. Quit trying to fall off. This is going to be the death of me doing something new, isn't it? Hey, but you know what? Give me some credit for trying something new, right? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I should just stick to what I know and leave the rails for them young whippersnappers. Where was that? I know I saw one of the vaults. It's like right there, straight ahead. Okay. The one nice thing I can say for sure about using rails is I won't have to worry about like a ramp or anything. I should just be able to reach the next rail down off the pillar and just go. Now I can't see it anymore, but we know it's that general direction. So that's a nice thing. And I'm guessing that the people who are using these to reach the core must be like drilling through this level and then just finding a good connection spot to get from where this cave level ends into the next one. I know that's not as long as it could be, but so if I call the rail or the train to here, we can. Did I really go that far? Wow, that seemed like that took forever. We can get on and then drive a little bit farther forward and then get out and slowly fall. So let's get another rail down to here. And I know it was roughly this direction, but I'd like to check and see where. So I'm gonna switch my jump jet. We're gonna do that. Whoops, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do this. There we go. And then we're gonna hit this dude. It's that way, okay. And we're very close, which is good. So that doesn't want to go there. Like it's turning red. But yeah, I've used rails, you know, obviously, you know, to do the annoying rail missions. And they are annoying and bad. They're just so grindy. But to do the rails missions and then for an automation setup I did once, I used rails extensively to bring things around, and they break a lot. The sensors on them become detached. And you really need to get up there. And you know what? There we go. Cool. So where was that? It's just right there. Oh, I can see it. Cool. So let's get my train line on here so that we can have oxygen. I do like that it helps me span the gaps. That's kind of cool. Come on, get off the hoverboard. There we go. And one right there. And we'll jump over here. And do one like there. And I'm going to go a little bit past it just so I have some oxygen over this way as well. Hooray! We've reached the thing. The good thing is, what I didn't show you in the intro is I have paved a path with the drill and paver on the rover to the next storm. To the Zeta Storm. So that is already set for us, and we can either use rails to get there, or we can just drive there. I might use rails though, just to say I gave it a shot. I thought that really looked like that was going to go there. This one then? Yeah. There's pretty much a pattern to these, like across the different playthroughs. The same one gets moved to the same spot. I just haven't memorized what they all are yet. Jump over here, get some oxygen. I do like the low gravity, that helps. So that one clearly doesn't go there, but it looks like this one might. Yep. So then we just need to work our way around these other two. This one looks like it could go there. No? Okay. So that one. There we go. Well, wait a minute. That means the one that I just took out goes where I took it out of? Oh. Okay. Yep, sure does. Alright, where's that drawer that opened up? There it is. So, I'm going to call the train. We're going to get that up here. I do have the portable decipher and the ruby on there, but we've got our Zeta rootkit, which will restore more stuff in the decipher. Man, I should have brought that other nanocarbon alloy because I could make a QTRTG. Or not a QTRTG, a portable oxygenator to use my QTRTG. So cool, let's drop that in there and then check and see, did that give us the portable oxygenator? Yes, it did. I would like to have one of those, please and thank you. Which means it probably unlocked most everything else, yeah? Is that like the final unlock? I know this is kind of annoying, but I just want to look through real quick. Yeah, it looks like it gives us everything. Extra quest platform stays locked because there are no spawns on this planet for limited time events, so it's kind of pointless to have. Why the fault finder doesn't work, I don't know. It'd be nice to be able to use those on the trade platform. I'm guessing that the puzzles for the fault finder that you use to fill them up, to charge them, to activate them, whatever it's called, I'm guessing those aren't present here on Aeoluz. And there's one other thing that doesn't unlock, but yeah, there we go, the probe scanner, because there's no need for it. So cool, let's make our way back up now. This is going to be a long ride, so what I'm going to do is just kind of jump cut to where we actually are back up in the canyons. And as I was making my way to the canyon, I realized I really needed to come back here first because I want to do a couple things. One, we don't need the vault seeker anymore. We have found all the vaults we need to find. But what we do need to do is, right here, cool, right in front of my face, grab this nanocarbon alloy and make ourselves a portable oxygenator. Yes. Boom. And then just to make sure I don't wind up causing myself to suffocate, I'm going to leave behind the hoverboard for now. Plus, I think it'll be better in the storm if I don't have one of those. I just think I'll be better off. So I wanted to get that done, but I also wanted to come over here and actually first we need to go into the research catalog. And I don't know where this is. The rail post junction, is it here? Yeah. I need a junction. Because I need to maintain the connection down to the caves if I do decide we're going to the core that way. But I also want to be able to go to the storm. So I'm just going to make a junction that we'll put in the canyons, which I did. Is it on the small printer? Yeah, that would make sense considering the tab that I was just on to. Yeah. I know what I'm doing sometimes. Cool. So that gives me a rail post junction somewhere. There it is. What I need to do is turn this on and then move it down here. That way I have space. And then I know I'm going to need a couple more rail post bundles. We just don't have enough as it is. So I'm going to make, I don't know, 2 or 3 more of those. And if I have extra, I have extra. It's fine. But we'll just get a couple of those made. There's 1. There's 2. And there's number 3. Let's see if I can get lucky here and have those resources actually go to the right canisters. Yep. Cool. I think that's all I needed to come back here for. We have our portable decipher. We have our ruby. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I'm going to make a save here. There we go. And then I'm going to duplicate this real quick for a rover test that I'm going to do later. I'm not convinced that trains are the fastest way to do this, or even the easiest, because the rover, I just tried to use my hoverboard. My rover has, you know, a drill and a paver, so I can just on the fly with this create terrain where I need it to get up to the gateway and all that. Yeah, I can reach with rails as well, but this is also handy for hazards, and there's going to be cataplants, lots of them. Not cataplants, cacti, over by the Zeta Storm. And with a rover, you can just kind of like drive around, kill them all, give yourself a nice clean area. With the train, you have to do that on foot, and if you miss one, you might get deaded. And nobody wants to get deaded, and that would suck. So I guess what we could do is maybe leave the field shelter kind of down at the base of the Zeta Storm hills, peaks. That might work. I don't know. We'll investigate it. But let's get back up to the canyon, and I'll throw in the junction, and then we'll start building out some rails, though I doubt I'm going to do the whole rail building thing unedited. Just see how far we actually have to go. Alright, we're coming up on the spot that I want to place the junction, so I'm going to stop here. I'm going to jump down here. And hopefully I can just do this in one shot. Where's the junctions? There they are. I'm just going to throw that over here because I only need the one. I don't need more. Come back. Hey. Bro. There we go. Whew, big. So can I just like put this down and it'll work like that? So my connections are there and there. I want this to be like there, and that does not realize it's near rails at all. So how do I get this to work? Yeah, bear with me. It's just, like I said, it's been a while since I've done much with rails. So I take that one out and then drop this one back down. That connects nicely. And then I should be able to do the same thing here. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. So that gets one direction. And then we want to go straight from there. Though the train will just know. I've just realized an issue. I'm going to put that down for a second. Yeah, I've kind of not left the rover much room to get down here, but that's okay. The rover has drill and paver and can just make its own little ramp. So on we go towards the Zeta Storm. The thing is, that's just the Delta Storm right there. So I have a very, very long way to go to lay rails. And I think that's going to be a very time-consuming thing. I'm not a pro at knowing exactly the length yet, so each one is a little trial and error. So yeah, this is going to take us up right next to where we were in the last video. This is the exact same ramp. I've just kind of widened it with the large rover when I was collecting resources, but same ramp, goes up the same place. I am kind of worried about cataplants in this area since I'm on foot, so we'll just kind of have to keep an eye and ear out for them and hopefully not get taken out. If I do, you know, obviously the train runs this whole direction, so I don't have too much to worry about because I can just call the train. Are these not connected somewhere? I just noticed there's no power indicator. Did I mess up something? I don't want to get too far away. So like, yeah, recall failed. So somewhere I don't have a connection. What did I mess up here that is causing this to not be connected? Yeah, the whole thing's just, oh, that disconnected when I did that one. Okay, I didn't realize that. So I need both of those to be connected. That was my problem. Okay, cool. Let's call the train up and just ride that to where we stopped. There we go. And these are now showing us power. Yeah, I thought something looked wrong. Well, it just took a moment to dawn on me exactly what it was. Yeah, the oxygen and power lines weren't lit up. And that was what's wrong. Wow, this is steep. It's alright. We'll get there. So, let's get up past this storm at least, and then we'll probably jump cut to get into the Zeta Storm. I just kind of want to see if there's any baddies up here that want to take shots at me. There probably are. And they'll probably jump scare me when it does. Every time I hear that noise, I'm like, where's it coming from? And especially here in the storm. I mean, it's definitely a little bit more risky because you don't have quite as good of a view. Though so far I'm alright, but we're not out of the woods yet. We still have peaks that we're in, and there are cataplants all over the place. Am I carrying anything explosive? No. Just in case. I don't want to blow up my rails and my train and all that. Have I made it through here unscathed? I say that, and I'm going to encounter one. Don't slide, don't slide, don't slide. I don't want to go all the way down that hill. You know, I think I've managed to pull it off. Maybe I took them all out with the rover when I came through here. Yeah, you can see I just have a path. And this takes me all the way up right next to the Zeta Storm. So I'm going to get this rail line in to those next peaks. It's going to be a while, and I'm not going to bore you with watching me lay a bunch of rails. That's good live stream content. You know, you can chat, hang out, you know, and just talk with everybody in chat. But, you know, for actually having a recorded video, this would be dull. So see you when we get to the Zeta Storms. So after I don't know, 5 or so minutes, it looks like we have reached our ramp that starts leading up into the storm. I'm pretty sure these are the Zeta Storm peaks. I did have to stop and make a couple more packets of rail posts. That's fine because we have the stuff on hand to do so. But if this is where I'm thinking it is, this is going to take me right to the edge of the storm. Pretty sure. But I did not go into the storm yet. It's right up here. I did not go all the way into the storm. I just stopped at the edge. So that way we can put our rails in. I'm just going to kind of take a look around. No cataplants that I can see. Doesn't mean they're not here, but I just don't see them. Watch there be one like on the other side of this. It's gonna like snipe me. Hello? Anybody that wants to murder me? I don't know. I can't tell. Yep, there's the storm. Right up ahead. Yeah, it just feels way more exposed doing this way. Like, I can't even begin to tell you, like, this is just, like, outside of my comfort zone here entirely. This is just not how I'm used to playing Astroneer with rails and everything. Used to having my rover that can just kind of power its way through anything and everything. And I think I'm going to put a rail post bundle right there, or not, because that was too far apparently. Or it doesn't like the angle? I'm not sure. Let's try that again. Grab that one and see if we can get that right by that storm. And see if that's close enough for the ruby. I'm going to call that in and then jump back outside the storm. And it's going to take a minute for the train to get here. It's a little ways off yet. It's pretty far back. So let's get the train up here and see if that hotspot is good for the ruby or not. So the train should be pulling up here in just a second. The hotspot did move just a little bit, but it's still like right there. So I think it'll be all right. And the train should be rolling in. Because that's, yeah, there it is. So we will see if that's going to be sufficient. And it is. So it is collecting storm data. And it should go straight into the decipher. We can see it right there. So, that should go straight in. There it goes. Yep, cool. So, get 7 of those. That'll give us level 2 storm protection. And, of course, the hotspot moved. Where did it go? Is it nearby? Oh, you know what? It doesn't matter because it reappeared. So I can just chill right here again and wait for 7 to get collected. So we have our 7. We have storm protection level 2. So I'm going to get the counter hat key here. Whoops. I just kind of fell out. And I'm going to let this keep going to get maximum storm level protection. Just because it takes, what, 32? Where's the hotspot moved again? That's alright, it's just right there. We can get close to it. Yeah, 32. Let's continue this ramp right here. And of course I have a drill, so I'm consuming power. For some reason, I'm not tethering to... Oh, it's because the oxygenator's on. Turn that off for just a moment, recharge my backpack. So my drill keeps working. I've went into creative mode and looked and looked and looked for a second QT and never found one. Yeah, I'm going to call this train back a couple and move that post. I could have just got on the train and done it, but yeah, I wasn't really thinking, was I? So let's drop this one now. If it'll let me pick it up right here. And the hotspot moved again. What do you think? It's back. Cool. Awesome. There we go. Now the ruby can continue gathering until I have 32. And I'm just going to sit here. Actually, it doesn't look like that's close enough. I don't see the ruby doing anything. It is not. So let's back that up a little bit more. Park right there. Ooh, almost fell off the edge. And we will move this just a little bit farther forward. There we go. That should get it. It should, but I don't hear it doing anything. Did we turn it off? Oh, somehow it turned off. I guess I turned it off by accident. I didn't realize that. Cool, so it may have worked in that first location after all, but I'm going to chill here, get my 32, and then we'll pick up from there. So cool, we have 32. We are maximum storm protection level. So let's see. Let's see a catapult, or a cacti. I keep calling them cataplans. Can I reach that down there? I can't. What if I do this? What if I like put one here and then put another one down there? Is that still too far? It is still too far. Okay. So gonna have to be mindful of the attack die while placing rails. That's fun. And by fun, I mean terrifying. But I need more soil. So I'm going to go back up out of the storm to get that. Just fill up our canister here real quick. Alright, canister's full. So now we can make our way down a little bit farther and see what's what with these attack die. I think I'm a little too high above them for them to do anything. I'm going to listen for them to fire, and if they fire, I'll run away. Sounds like a good plan to you? Sounds like a great plan to me. Put that right there. God, this takes forever. How do you people who use rails all the time do it? Like, you have patience that I don't. That's all it really comes down to. And then, will you reach? Oh, come on. I think it's because it's outside of my reach. Go just a step further here. Yeah, it reaches. Cool. So, oh god, no. Okay, we'll go here. I'm fine. I did panic just a little bit there. I think that much was obvious. So I turned my portable oxygenator off because I was gathering soil and I needed the power for that. Hello, train. How are you? All right, let's figure out where these go. I know this one is always kind of interesting. So there's one right down there, but I don't have any terrain or soil at the moment. So thankfully, I still have drill strength 3, but don't have power. I have exactly 1 unit. That is what both, I think the drill takes 1 unit and the QT takes 1 unit, so my backpack battery keeps dying. What does the drill take? 0.75, close. Alright, so let's make a little platform that I can stand on here. That should suffice. We can turn that back on. And I just realized that I am playing with fire right now. Should I get murderized by an attack die, I don't have a backup plan. So I'm going to put this right here if it'll go there. Yeah, that works nicely. Cool. Alright, so we have 2 down there, and again, it's a little far away. I'm not good with patterns anyway. Plus freaking tooltips that never go away. Oop, okay, I just somehow managed to put that in there. Don't know how I did that. Okay, so that one doesn't go there. How do I keep doing that? How does that keep happening? Am I bumping something? I don't know. But now I've got like an extra pack of rail posts? I don't know what happened. Alright, so we'll try this one. It'd be... I did it again! How does that keep happening? Maybe if I close my backpack. Okay, so that one doesn't go there. See, tooltips are bad. Tooltips need to be something that go away after a minute. Like, they just do, because this is the tooltip of the Zeta shard is making it impossible for me to see what I'm doing. And if I've rotated it the right way every time. There's one. Leve. System error. You gotta do something about the tooltips. Make them just go away. Yeah, I'm hitting C when I'm not meaning to hit C is what's happening. So I don't remember how many times I've turned this one. So we'll just do it all 4 again. Okay, so it's not that one. Backpack away. Can you tell I'm losing my patience just a little bit? There we go. Okay, so that's those 2. Where are the other broken sections of this gateway. There's one out there. I have soil a little bit, not much, so let's get a little bit more soil. Alright, soil canister refilled and backpack recharged. Let's see if this will get me out far enough to reach up there nicely. I do see that attack die right there, so I'm going to chill right here and see if I can reach this one. I can. So, 2, 3, 4, so not that one. It doesn't help now that my microphone's blocking my view up here. Oh, it's always something, right? But we're almost done. There we go. Okay, so that's that one. Now, where is the other broken spot? Is it going to be difficult to reach as well? There it is. It's right there. I should have enough terrain to do this. Soil to do this. Ooh, got a plant right there. I don't know if that one's going to be able to reach me or not, so I may try to deal with it here. It's farther than I can reach at the moment. I can reach right to the edge of it, so I think I'll be alright. I'll be alright. Cool, so we've just got the final two. We only have 2 left, so... the music definitely going hard. Getting very loud. Unnecessarily loud. There we go! Done. Hooray. Finally. And then the cool thing is, one, I can pick up core values, which if you want to read that, pause the video. There you go. Blitz being blitz. And then we can just plug that in and get this one powered up, and that will complete this mission. And then that will just leave the core. Excellent. So, data compromise, warning blitz, that firewall 3 is now offline. And then the mission whose name I hate. It just feels... So, my main criticism of Glitchwalkers has always been, it seems like the DLC is trying too hard to be too hard, or too difficult for that last bit. So, it's trying too hard to be too difficult. So it's kind of got this try-hard vibe, and then we've got this try-hard toxicity, GGEZ. I don't like it. I think it just doesn't fit the vibe of Astroneer, but you can read through all of that if you'd like. It's sad, but, you know. Cool. And now we just have to get to the core and bring down the core firewall. We also have a long train ride back up out of here. But we'll leave it there for now. And until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to wave while you're on a train and stay vainglorious.